Welcome back to day 5, vlog 6. Time for another one. Had a friend send me a little note about entertaining Luna. I'm going to try and play a little game of hide and seek with her. Hello? Where is it? Where is it? Can you find it? Where is it? No. Where is it? Where is it? Can you find it? Look, there's the smell. There's the smell. Where is it? Oh. Oh. What's in there? What's in there? Okay, I added a little bit of light to the affair. I don't think she can quite work it out. I'll let you guys know if she actually manages to get it out or not, okay? And she did it. See? Clever little sausage, isn't she? Huh? Worked that out in all about 30 seconds, that one. Now it's time to practice some darts, because the sheriff, Gab, aka Gabby, kicked my ass last night on our game of darts via Instagram, so looking to get some revenge. Well, today's been a funny day. Really struggled to get anything together, really struggled to get sort of motivated and on it today. Lots of messages, speaking to people all day long, so I certainly don't feel alone, and for everyone who's reached out to me, thanks very much. But I guess today it's just about a little bit of reflection. Actually, I got sent this video today. Check this out quickly.
We have it totally under control. It's one person coming in from China.
We think we have it very well under control. We pretty much shut it down coming in from China.
You know, in April, supposedly it dies with the hotter weather. When it gets warm, historically, that has been able to kill the virus.
People are getting better. They're all getting better.
And the 15 within a couple of days is going to be down to close to 0.
It's going to disappear. One day it's like a miracle. It will disappear.
And you'll be fine. They're going to have vaccines, I think, relatively soon.
Not only the vaccines, but the therapies. Therapies is sort of another word for cure.
We're talking about very small numbers in the United States. Our numbers are lower than just about anybody. It's really working out. And a lot of good things are going to happen. And we are responding with great speed and professionalism. It's going to go away.
Yeah, no, I don't take responsibility at all.
We're going to all be great. We're going to be so good. This came up, we came up so suddenly.
This is a pandemic. I felt it was a pandemic long before it was called a pandemic. All you had to do is look at other countries. The coronavirus, you know that, right? Coronavirus. And this is their new hoax. We're 15 people in this massive country. And because of the fact that we went early, we could have had a lot more than that. We're doing great. Our country is doing so great.
You know, ridiculous, right? I reckon even I could do a better job than that bloke's doing at the moment. It just seems, it's unsavoury. Now, where in the right mind could anyone think that this guy is presidential material? You know, we knew it's serious. We knew this was a real issue, and we knew how contagious it was, but there's all kinds of whispers and talks and all the rest of it. And in regard to that, there's a lot of false truths going around as well. And I would just say, look, go to the World Health Organization's website, the WHO website. That's got everything there. It's factual. It's based on what's going on. It's the World Health Organization. Almost, God, this is becoming a little bit political today, and I guess I am jumping on and off the soapbox. But you know, it was great to see England, the UK, take the actions it took yesterday. But I can't help thinking it's too late, or it should have been done a hell of a lot earlier. It should have been done when the rest of Europe was making these, putting these things in place. I say that purely because we were a shop window to the UK. You could see straight into us and see what's going on. And if I saw an interesting thing that yesterday, I don't know how factual it is, but it just basically drew a line comparison between Italy and the UK, and the UK about 14 days behind the contagious period or the first cases cropping up in Italy. And the way things have escalated in Italy in terms of death rates compared to the UK exponentially is actually higher, which is a big worry as far as that's concerned. I just made a point of looking at figures over the last 3 days in terms of how things have progressed, and it was particularly interesting because I think the first couple of days of this isolation in France, it felt like the contamination has slowed down a bit. I don't know if that's really still the case, because it's now gone from, on the 19th, 9,000. Yesterday, almost 11,000. Today, it's 12,500 people contaminated within France, or confirmed cases. In the UK, it's gone from 2,500 to 3,200 yesterday to 4,000 today. I know there's a big shout out on the news yesterday saying how the world was concerned that it had hit the 250,000 mark. It's now almost hit 300,000 today. Italy, cases are still going up, huh? It's close to 50,000 now, which, I've got a few friends in Italy that I've got to know over the time of having Scotties and having the bar here, and the Italians coming in here. A few of those are from the north of Italy, and I'm thinking about you guys. Hope you're well and looking out for yourselves and your families. So guys, please be safe. Don't go socializing in groups. We can't risk now. We can't track each other's movements. We don't know where we've all been. We don't know. There's a possibility somewhere we've been, we could have picked up the virus. And so what we've got to do now is we've got to contain ourselves, and we've got to isolate ourselves from everyone. Even if it's a really good friend, you don't know where that friend's been in the last 24 hours. You don't know what their movements have been. You don't know where they've been and all the rest of it. And I'm not trying to create huge distrust or anything like that. And hey, this vlog isn't going far enough to worry about that anyway. But we've got to be careful as far as that's concerned. I know a lot of people are talking about social distancing on the internet, and what's that all about? We use social media, and I'm worried about that in terms of a terminology. Shouldn't it just be sort of something which is actual distancing, where we're actually distancing ourselves from people, but we're not socially distancing ourselves, because if anything, we should be socially closer. And in many ways, I'm probably communicating with much more of you guys in the last few days than I have before through social media. So in many ways, being a lot more social than I've been in quite a while. So, maybe, I don't know, it's just my thoughts. Maybe we've got to stop using the word socially distancing ourselves. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I picked that up wrong on the social media and all the rest of it in terms of the language that is going around. But I believe that's what people are calling it and saying that we've got to do. But I think it should be personal distancing in terms of actual distancing. But collectively, God, look at, John Wick's The Body Coach. I believe Red Bull France, these guys are putting out exercise programs every day for people that you can do at home. So socially we're getting closer together, I personally believe. What Chris Martin did from Coldplay the other day was create this Together at Home series, where he's passing on the challenge to do mini home concerts, which are really personal and really, really cool. If you haven't caught them, go to Coldplay's Instagram. They're doing live Instagrams, and Chris Martin did the first one, kicked it off, passed that on to John Legend. John Legend then passed it on to Charlie Pugh then on to Niall Horan, and I gotta say, they're all cool. Really, really good value watching. So if you haven't watched it, check out the hashtag Together at Home, and I believe there's a lot more artists and people now using that as well. So that's super cool. I think that's it. Together at Home. We're all together. We're all at home. This is where we got to be. Look after yourselves, guys, and speak to you soon.